Welcome back to the Belgrade Arena and the Men's 2012 European Handball Championships from Serbia. My name's Paul Gray. Thanks for joining us here in this fantastic arena, which will be the venue of the final on Sunday. And earlier today, well, Germany have had two chances on two successive days to win their match and put themselves in the semi-final, and they've blown it. They lost earlier today, 33-32 to a determined Polish side. And it means all of a sudden that Denmark look to have made the most amazing recovery in European handball history, entered the main round with 0 points, and all of a sudden, if they could win here today against Sweden and the Scandinavian neighbours, they will be in the semi-final. And who would have believed that when they finished the preliminary round in third place behind Serbia and Poland, just scraping in ahead of Slovakia. What a turnaround, that's been quite amazing. But don't write off the Swedes yet. They can't make it to the semi-final, but they could still spoil the Scandinavian party for their neighbours. The Danes brought silver medalists at the last World Championships just a year ago in Sweden. And everyone thought that they would be one of the big favourites together with France. There's confirmation of that earlier result, an amazing match, 33-32, Germany throwing away a late 3-goal lead to see the Poles come back and take it from under their eyes. Serbia, we know, are already qualified in the semi-final. They've gone through. Germany were on 5 points 2 days ago, could have sealed that with a win against either Poland or Denmark. They failed. The Poles are up there with them on 5 points, but Denmark just 1 point behind a win, and they leapfrog into the semi-final, and what a turnaround that would be. In the other group, we know that it's Spain and Croatia who are already in the semi-final from that group. The referees for today's match from Slovenia, and it's Nenad Tristic and Peter Lubic.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for the national anthem of Denmark.
Now we shall have the national anthems, starting with Denmark.
And now the national
Danish fans
Sweden.
must have been cheering Poland on for all they could do earlier on. Now smiles all round, and now the anthem of Sweden. At the end of the Swedish anthem, Sweden, who also, like Denmark, finished third in the preliminary round behind Germany and Macedonia, just squeezing in ahead of the Czech Republic. But I'm afraid they haven't managed to lift themselves off the bottom of this Group 1 main round table. And so their semi-final opportunities are gone. For Denmark, well, Boris Belleberg, who's been brought back in after injury, called in to reinforce the back line. He's been playing well, 5 goals so far. Hopefully he'll do some more. Lindberg has been on great form on the right wing, but that's the man who could cause the damage. Mikael Hansen, 27 goals, although 47% success rate, not superb, but 17 assists. He's got great vision, top scorer in the last World Championships. He may not get that title here. He's is trailing Lazarov in that respect, but he won't mind as long as Denmark can make it through to the semi-final. Lundström, the left winger for Sweden, is on great form for them, and the right winger Ekberg also firing on all guns with 31 goals and a 66% success rate. And look out also for Ekdal on the left wing. The captain there, number 5, Kim Andersen, 15 goals, 48% success rate, could be better. Plays his club handball for the runaway German Bundesliga leaders, Kiel. And he'll be hoping that he can lead his men to a spoiling party here for the Danes. I'm sure the Swedes will be anxious to make sure that the Danes don't have bragging rights over them yet again at the major championship. And Ulrik Bilbæk, coach of the Danish team, who must be delighted, and Ola Lindgren being a little distracted from his duties there with a late interview. He's part of a double act for Sweden with Staffan Olsson. There he is. Two former great players at the time of the Swedish golden era. They won European championships in 94, 98, 2000, 2002. They were world champions in 1990 and 1999, to add to 2 earlier titles in the 50s. One of the most successful teams of all time, but ironically, the Olympics is the one title that's always eluded them. So Denmark are going to throw off. The Swedes, I think there's a message in there somewhere, I'm sure. Maybe they're not standing in the right order. So here we go then, Denmark throw off this second match in the main round today, the last day of the main round. Semi-final place, the last one at stake in this group. Already Serbia have won the group, we know that much, they're through. And Croatia and Spain are qualified from the other group, but Denmark have an amazing opportunity here to take control of their own destiny and win the game. Into the line, Toft fouled in the act of shooting, left his arm back, and it was caught. Carlsen fouling him. There's the ball into him, and as he goes to shoot, his arm held back. Tobias Carlsen, the defence specialist. Caught a little flat. So what can Sjöstrand do? Oh, unlucky. He took some of the sting out of the shot, Sjöstrand, but it still went past. Off his foot, hits the underside of the bar, and a bit of luck for Eggert. Well, France had a chance also to make an improbable recovery. When they played Croatia yesterday, if they'd beaten them, they could have gone through to try and win their match today and qualify for the semi-final. They couldn't do it, though. I'm afraid it's been a lacklustre performance all round for the defending champions, so we will have a new champion here in Serbia, come what may. Ball goes out of play. Spelleberg starting today, the number 13. 32-year-old, plays for Kolding. Hansen, yes! He's got a huge shot on him. He's really played up and down all the way through, Hansen. Some outstanding games and some, frankly, where he was less than average. They're going to need one of his special days here today, Denmark, to book their ticket. For Sweden, of course, not quite the same positive outcome at the end of any wins here, and again a lack of tension with their passing, and Ekdal looking almost casual. Eggert manages to keep it in play. It's going to be a free throw, and Andersen a wry smile as he looks across there. 2 silly mistakes early on here. And so Kasper Søndergaard, the 30-year-old from Skjern, comes in at right back. Bo Spelleberg resumes in the playmaker role with Hansen coming behind him. Oh! Straight in the corner. And Denmark have started at 100 miles an hour here, trying to make sure of things early on, take the pressure off. Andersen. Oh, it's gone in. And there'll be a yellow card there. Holding of the arm. Andersen, who scored 649 times for Sweden in 178 internationals. So nice slow build up. The wingers have gone very deep, trying to stretch this 6-0 defence. Make it flatter at the front. Søndergaard, Hansen. Oh, what a shame. Looked the other way and passed to Toft, but I think it surprised Toft as much as the defenders. Gone wide. Jonathan Steenbakken, 23-year-old who plays in Germany for Fuchs Berlin, and back come Denmark. Søndergaard deflected away by Sjöstrand, and now it's back the other way. Lundstrøm, but he's got no support. Carlsen stays in for the time being on the line. Ekdal, number 25, a couple of passes going waywardly ahead or behind of him so far in the game as Denmark slot back into a 6-0 defence. Oh, that's more like it. Sucked the defence over to the right-hand side, Andersen. And then Ekdal lets rip. Finally, the Swedes settling their nerves. Denmark, who were cruelly beaten in the World Championships last year in Sweden in extra time by France. It was an amazing match, it has to be said. France playing at their pinnacle, as well as Denmark, and that man Hansen also on form that day. He was top scorer at those championships. 4-2. Denmark, who were European champions in 2008 after having taken bronze at the 3 previous editions. Pinnacle for them, but hoping that maybe they can do it again here. Tries to surprise landing, the ball's come loose and Hansen throws himself on it to keep possession. And up goes Toft. Well, Denmark lost their 2 original named line players, Jesper Ødersborg and Michael Knudsen, through injury. And so René Toft Hansen was joined by his younger brother Henrik Toft Hansen, both of them line players, both of them with Danish champions AG Copenhagen. As we have a yellow card on the Swedish side. So the 2 brothers then ending up in the team together. Søndergaard, Hansen. Oh, off the bar. Sjöstrand checks to make sure it's not going to come back awkwardly, and it's gone off somewhere unreachable, and they're going to have to get the spare ball from the table. Players never quite like that. They'll want to put a lot of resin back on it now. Sjöstrand just checking, and I wonder if it stayed stuck in the rafters. So coming up to 6 minutes played, Denmark with a good start for a 3-0 lead, but Sweden have settled in now. Still though, Denmark leading 4-2 in a match which, if they win it, they are through to the semi-final. If they draw, then we end up with a potentially having to make up a small table between all the teams on 5 points. And in that particular case, Poland could be the beneficiaries. Oh, off the post by Lundstrøm. Beautifully done by the German-based winger. Plays for Kiel. Into the wing. Push on the wing, it seemed. The ball's come out. Spellerberg's got it. Play on, say the referees from Slovenia. Line-up across the back for Denmark. You've also brought in some young talent. Hansen puts it behind Søndergaard's run. Andersen looks for options. Into the centre, Steenbakken switches to the left-back position. Ekdal comes around. Oh, well played. Free throw, little shove on Ekdal. Sweden finished 4th at their World Championships last year. We've got a yellow card for Hansen. Earlier on, Sweden had a yellow card for Nielsen. As we see this missed shot here. Bit of a shove on the player, I'd have thought, but looks for the line. It's intercepted. Hansen's got it. Into the wing. Svan Hansen, too many steps. Tried to cut back in towards the middle. Interesting, Svan Hansen on now for Lindberg. There is the take. Oh, superb Toft. Just got his hand to it and pushed it back towards Hansen. Defence pushes out to break up the pattern at the back there for Denmark. Good play by them. Shot by Ekdal goes straight down to Landin, who picks up the loose ball. And they bring it up quick. Svan Hansen on the wing. Christiansen foul. He'll go off very soon, the defence specialist number 3 at the right back position. They're waiting to do it in turn. Once it's safe and the Swedish defence is in place. And so back into the attack come in the centre, Bo Spelleberg and Kasper Søndergaard at right back. Not being used in defence at the moment. Looking for the line, Spelleberg pushed out there. Good solid defending by Sweden. Ekdal holding his own. So 4-3 in this match. Well, if it's a draw, it of course still leaves the possibility open that Macedonia could sneak in. They are on 3 points and they play Serbia in the last match of the day, and that should be a tasty encounter here. Expected to be absolutely packed to the rafters with an amazing atmosphere. And Spelleberg gets his second here. Straight in, fantastic by Andersson. Made Ulrik Wilbek too happy. End-to-end stuff, and before Andersson could get back to plug his gap in the defence, Eggert restores the 2-goal lead. 10 goals in 9.5 minutes. It's going quick here. Sweden put Andreas Nilsson, the 21-year-old, relative newcomer to the squad, on the line. 7 caps, 8 goals, plays for Skövde. In fact, he and the other line player, Niklas Barud, are the only Swedes who play the club handball in Sweden. All the others are in Germany, Denmark or France. Oh, no one there. Nilsson left completely free. Well, great feed into him, but what was the defence playing at? Hansen. Søndergaard. Bo Spelleberg. Spelleberg. A groin injury was what kept him out of the squad originally, but with the backline being such lacklustre performance early on, they decided to bring him out to add a new dimension. That's nicely done by Svan Hansen. Very high lob. Not quite sure he was actually going to stay on course to go in. Free throw to be taken. It allows the substitutions to be made, and Nilsson not being used in defence at the moment. Comes in. Sweden already qualified for the Olympic qualification tournaments in April, so that's not at stake either for them. Qualified by virtue of finishing 4th at the last World Championships. Into the wing. Big angle, took the inside post. Nicely done. Ekberg. Plays his club handball for AG Copenhagen, so he's a teammate of the Toft Hansen brothers and Mikael Hansen. But, I'm afraid the friendship's put aside today. Shooting efficiency very closely matched. Denmark slightly better, 70 to 67%. Inside post, nicely done. Svan Hansen, 2 in succession for him. So 12 minutes played in the game, Denmark with a 2-goal lead. Sweden have Jonas Larholm now into the centre. 1m93, plays for Aalborg in Denmark, so another exile with his opponents here today. Had a brief spell with Barcelona. Very experienced as the defence specialist for Denmark, though, Kasper Nielsen. Saved, and it's going to go out to play. Throw in for Sweden. Quite rightly, Lundström just let it fly away. Laholm into the wing. Nothing for Lundström to do. Tries to find the line. Good solid defending by Kasper Nielsen. And he goes, well, that wasn't that bad, surely. Well, he's got it, and that's third yellow card for the Danish team now. And again, saved by Landin, goes off to the side. Landin, who's got a 34% save rate in this tournament. Andersen looks for the line, but the line's down on the floor now. Jonas Laholm having driven in as an extra player there. Back comes Andersen. 2 meters tall, big powerful player, and the referee says 3 meters away please to the defenders. Inside the area, they say, by Svan Hansen. Did he take off with his foot on the line? Well, that's what they saw. And the Danish fans, well, looking a little quiet at the moment. I'm sure they'd like to see a more comfortable lead early on here. Oh, looks for the line. He went down. Eggert says, what did I do? And Niklas Ekberg once more. Look at the face of Wilbeck. He gets the ball. His foot, well, he wasn't moving his foot. What's he supposed to do? I think that's a very harsh decision by the Slovenian referees. And Niklas Ekberg, the Copenhagen-based Swedish winger, takes it, too casual, Landing saves. Just got his hand across. Landin, who plays for Bjerringbro Silkeborg. In fact, so there's Fredrik Petersen, who's on the other side today. It's another case of friends on opposite sides. So still no change in the back line. Hansen, Bo Spelleberg and Søndergaard. Søndergaard comes across, he's got a gap down the middle. Split the defence, and the Swedish defence specialist Jernemir left stranded. Toft was free otherwise. He moved across, but he didn't move out. Oh, brilliant. Jakobsen just coming on. 8-all. Hansen. Poor pass. Denmark have Mats Christiansen to change out again. So it's Henrik Toft Hansen on the line now, and Hansen. Deft touch this time, rolling it off his fingers and over the goalkeeper. Team timeout is called. And it's Sweden who just need a break here as the Danes are beginning to pull away.
Hela tiden. Vi måste tänka på att hålla positionerna och
trying to
få
stay
stopp
calm
på
there.
dem
The talking being
ibland.
done at the member Ola Lindgren on the left hand side.
Frikas så de får börja om hela tiden. Håll positionerna, svaja inte med för tidigt. Ettorna, inte in för tidigt. Avvakta, se vad som händer där. Och så fortsätt löpa killar nu.
Nielsen and Barud, exciting new finds. Ekdal. I mean, already 24 goals in this competition, 97 before coming here. Left back, and you forget he is only 22 years of age and a relative newcomer to the team. Stenbacken, 23 with 20 caps only. And then goalkeepers like Andreas Panika, 25, who plays for Kiel in Germany. He's also only got 26 caps. Said he had a long injury when he damaged a knee in a warm-up for an international game. One of those really unlucky situations that saw him go out of action for the best part of 7 months. Well, the defeat to Germany earlier today marred by a serious injury to their playmaker Haas, who looks as if he's done a lot of damage to either his ankle, could have been his knee even, the way he went down, but ironically in an incident caused by his teammate Klein, he shoved Lievski into the path of his teammate. Lievski coming off badly as well, was stretchered off too. Oh, beautiful back pass, and Landin somehow just got his hands up to it to save it off Nielsen. back for a free throw, and we've got a yellow card for Karlsson. Tobias Karlsson, Swedish team captain there, getting into the referee's bad books. Oh, straight through. Eggert. And I'm afraid the timeout didn't help one little bit. Maximum efficiency for him. Long build up, the wing comes round to try and help a little bit. Ekdal has to go back looking for support elsewhere. And now Jakobsen goes back across. And no way through now for Jonas Laholm, blocked. Passive play is being won now against the Swedes. Long range shot. Well saved by Landing. The ball comes out quick. Hansen. Mads Christiansen staying in attack in the moment. The ball stolen, rather ballooned pass. Comfortably picked out on the far side by Ekberg, and back comes Sweden. Laholm takes his place in the centre. Lindström drops in on the wing. They've got to try and stretch the defence now. Good defending by Denmark early on here. Nicely joined up. Good cohesive defence. Nielsen pushes up at the front to disrupt the build-up and the crossovers. Also good solid defending by Denmark. They don't let their man go when they come up at the front. Avoids your 2-minute suspension, forces a rather weak long-range shot, which Landing picks off comfortably. Nielsen looks up, there's no one quick to pass to it. Landing already realised that. And so Spelleberg and Søndergaard resume. 4 goals up then Denmark in a match which, if they win it, they will leapfrog, starting from bottom in the group, all the way up to second place. And a miraculous semi-final place. Attacking foul, running into the defender. Sjöstrand looks for options, there aren't too many there, as Laholm brings the ball up. Laholm, strong shot but well saved by Landing. The ball bounced away and picked up by Christiansen. And they've got an injury down the far end, they'll just need to wait a bit. Svan Hansen taking a blow early on. And very sportingly, Lindström's come back up again. Not sure it was in the least bit intentional. Well, for the Danish supporters who were absolutely beside themselves a week ago, there it is, he tried to flick the ball across and just caught Svan Hansen in the face. And another handshake as he comes down, and I'm sure even Svan Hansen realised it was just totally accidental. Well, goalkeeper efficiency 53% for Denmark, brilliant. Sweden 15%, disastrous. Off a defender, picked up by Sjöstrand, who slips just as he was looking for a long pass, and now they have to bring it up the middle. The Danes back in defence very quickly anyway. You don't get too many phase 1 attacks with them. Phase 2 if you're lucky. Although Sweden have got the pace to do it. Interestingly, Sweden started the competition with 2 goalkeepers, Palika and Sjöstrand, and their performance was so weak early on that they had the option. They'd only named 15 players to call up a 16th, and they actually brought in Mathias Andersen, the experienced 33-year-old, who plays for Flensburg in Germany. 71 caps, and really brought him in to try and bolster things up. Ironically, since his arrival, Palika and Sjöstrand have really perked up and come good. So 20 minutes into the first half, then Denmark still with that 11-7 lead. Score hasn't moved for a little while now. 4-minute dead spell here into the wing. There's a bit of space here. Oh yeah, through the legs. Beautifully done. Ekberg. Second goal for him. Look at this, and down. You lift your leg and I'll put it there. Fantastic. Ekberg, of course, who plays for AG Copenhagen. In the Champions League at the moment as well, AG Copenhagen, as well as topping the Danish First Division. Toft Hansen looks back for support in the end. Hansen's there as Søndergaard gets individually marked. And Spelleberg tries his luck down the centre. Skirts over the top. Poor old Sjöstrand at the moment, 2 saves from 13 shots. Compare that with 8 from 16 at the moment for Landin. Helped in some large measure though by some very good defending by Denmark at the moment. Hansen blasts it, but his arm was taken. Mikael Hansen. He's played in 2 World Championships already. The last Euros and the last Olympic Games, still only 24. Van Hansen goes in on the line as a second player, flattens the defence, and Spelleberg goes through for a penalty. Fouled on the line. And a 2-minute suspension as well now on the Swedish side for the defence specialist Jernemir. Still pleading his innocence as he goes off. The Barcelona strongman. Bit of a mountain he is to get past. 2 meters tall, 104 kilos. So Eggert, another chance from 7 meters. Oh, looked like he was going to blast it. And then absolutely cool as a cucumber. Look at this. Hard? No, it's going that way. Well, you do need some nerve to do that. But Eggert is a specialist from that position and not afraid to showboat either. So Sweden short-handed for still another minute and a half as Denmark seek to get a stranglehold on this game and book their semi-final berth. It'll be heartbreak for the Macedonians who are waiting to play next against Serbia and who might just fancy their chance of sneaking into the semis as well. That was an attacker's foul. Denmark have possession again. Macedonians who've had incredible support here. They've had 6,000 or 7,000 supporters turn up for every match, making the journey up from the south to support their team. And they've been joking themselves that they almost have more supporters than the Serbs. And Hansen once more with a long-range effort. 4th goal for him. And after a very poor start to the competition, he was almost invisible for the opening 2 games. When Denmark struggled to beat Slovakia and then lost to Serbia. Also lost to Poland in the next game, although he was a bit better by then. 1 goal in it. And most people wrote them off, but since then the Danes have come back and they've won both the opening games in their group. Great for the Swedes at the moment, not much to cheer as they trail by 5. They're back to full strength in about 15 seconds after that wayward shot. Hansen, misunderstanding again, 2nd time he's done that. And quick pass off then for Ekdal. Oh, fantastic! Put away by Lundström. But what a pass down the court, and he acknowledges it on the way back. That was a bullet. It looked like it was too late, but look at this. Whoa! By Andersen. The two, of course, play together. Kiel in Germany had that wonderful understanding. They do that week in, week out in training. And the gap back to 4 goals here. That's gone in. Scored by Søndergaard, the 30-year-old from Skjern. 2nd goal for him. And Denmark keep control on the game. Back in on the line goes Andreas Nielsen, the 21-year-old. Andersen in the centre. Jakobsen at right back. Looks for the line, that was too hard for Nielsen, went straight through the defence. And the Danes have put on Markussen. Good time to do it now when you've got a good lead. Markussen, tallest player in the competition, out on the left back position, plays for Atletico Madrid. 2 meters and 12 tall, just 23 years of age, but he's played 13 times for Denmark, 40 goals. Not a great Euro so far. Here he comes. You can't put too much pressure on the young man. As I said, you've got so many experienced players in the team. They're the ones you expect to pull teams through in tough times. Well saved by Sjöstrand, but that came off the feet of Nielsen. Asked the floor to be mopped. And they are finally going to do it, and it gives him a chance to go off as well. And Nielsen not being used in defence. Instead, in comes Tobias Karlsson. Plays in Germany for Flensburg. His teammates with Lasse Svan Hansen, Anders Eggert and Thomas Mogensen, who hasn't come on yet on the Danish side. So we have 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Denmark, at the moment at least, controlling the game well. Søndergaard into the wing. Oh, off 2 posts and stays out, but the ball's loose. And it's put away beautifully. Toft the younger, I should say. Henrik. So 15-9 now, Denmark, a 6-goal lead. Drives around, superb. No one to pick him up, and Anderson sails through and brings up double digits for Sweden. 3rd goal for him. The last time these two teams met was in the main round at the World Championships last year. Denmark winning 27-24 on the way to that silver medal. Lots of height, comes off a defender, took the sting out of it. Sjöstrand picks up the ball, long pass down. Nice switch inside. Ekberg, though, needs to release the ball back in the end. There's no support, and he's taken his 3 steps. He's trying to stop himself. Anderson into the wing, that's an attacking foul. Anderson running straight into the defence. Long pass down. And a goal for Nielsen. There's the long pass, and the defence specialist, well, he is now, let's not put him down. He's scored quite a few goals in his time, 286 in 163 appearances. But ironically, he missed Denmark's high point, the win at the European Championships in 2007. He had hernia at the time and missed the final as a result. No way around for Lundström, tries to turn inside Svan Hansen. Two minutes to go then. There is Lundström, tries to spin around. And Svan Hansen happy to just grab him and pull him down. Did well to get rid of his marker because he was being held at large by Jonas Laholm. Barud slots it on the far side, looks for the line, yes! Tried to lob him, but landing came out so quick. Brilliant play. Saved by Sjöstrand, but there's a push, and we've got a 2-minute suspension, a penalty. Toft Hansen fouled. Jakobsen rather crudely challenging him over the area. Eggert did well, though he could have been tempted to try and shoot, but from a dreadful angle. Toft Hansen there barged out of the way. You'll see it better from this angle here. And the shot going wayward, but Jakobsen now has a couple of minutes to click his heels. Means he'll also miss the first few seconds of the second half as Eggert steps up. Scores again. 100% record from the 7-metre line. So short-handed Sweden now. Into the left-back position, Dorda has come in now. And the playmaker, number 11, he's gone right over to the other side. Now they got themselves into a pickle and too many steps in the end, and Denmark break away. Eggert, Hansen, Søndergaard drives in into the wing, beautifully done. In fact, it was Christensen. drag the defence into the centre, and then pushes the ball out wide. And Svan Hansen, comfortable job. And suddenly, it's an 8-goal lead for Denmark. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Lundstrøm wants to go to the centre. Svan Hansen won't make it easy for him. Dorda just come in, looks to the line, beautifully done, and Lundstrøm. And the buzzer's gone for a team timeout for Denmark, and it's a 2-minute suspension for Hansen. We'll see the incident again here. There's the shove by Hansen, but Lundstrøm managed to keep his composure long enough to score. Probably just touched the line or the ground before he got the ball away, but given that he was just shoved, the referee's giving him the benefit of the doubt. So it means that both teams will be short-handed for a little while. But in the second half, after a few seconds, then the Swedes will get back to full strength, and then they'll have a power play situation against the Danes. But at the moment, at least, it's all going well for Denmark. 7 goals up here in their final match in the main round. I'm sure the Germans will be somewhere around listening in to see what's happening here. But I'm not sure they could bear to watch the game. They may have gone back to the hotel and decided to
Inga kontringar, ingenting, spela ut tiden nu.
Some might be brave enough to sit there and watch. And if they are, it won't make pretty viewing for the Germans, because I'm afraid Denmark are doing absolutely everything right here to make that amazing recovery from 0 points in the main round to semi-final. Markussen, Søndergaard. Markussen's got the height to get away with that very high pass. Look for the line pass, but we've got a bit of a shove. That's going to be a free throw. And with the buzzer going, Denmark need to take that directly. It might be worth giving it to Markussen at 2 meters 18. There he is. Or 2 meters 12. I've given him a bit too much height. See if he can blast that over the top. Catches the top of the defence, and it's a comfortable take for Palika, who's come in. And so at half-time, Denmark with a comfortable lead, 18-11 here. And a bit of booing going on. I'm not sure who that's from, but a little unnecessary. And the Swedes, I'm afraid, have been outmanoeuvred here in the first half by a Danish side who have the semi-final in their sights. 62% success rate on the Danish attack, 65% on their shooting. But look at Sweden, 39% success rate only with their attacks. Most of their attacks are leading nowhere, and when they are shooting, they're only scoring half the time. 7 turnovers by Sweden, 6 for the Danes. That's probably the pace that's doing that. Egger top scoring with 5, most of them from the 7-meter line, while Lundström and Andersen, the best of the Swedes, with 3 goals apiece. So this is the scoring progression. Both teams having dead spells, but the Swedes in particular had one long spell when it was 5-1 against them. The Danish goals coming fairly well scattered across there, not much at the right-back position at the moment. 2 fast breaks and 3 penalties to add to that. While for Sweden, well, the wingers are doing all right when they get the ball. Nothing at the left and the right back. And look at the centre shooting there, 2 from 8. That simply isn't enough. So at half-time here, Denmark leading 18-11 against Sweden. We'll take a short break, but join us again for the second half. We'll see you then.